going on, everyone? Jack here from Half Chrome. I'm outside enjoying myself a nice cup of morning coffee, and I'm also in the process of cutting my grass right now. I'm using the hokey Neomow X2, and I've had a few robotic lawnmowers over the years, and this one is very different for one special reason. There is no RTK station, and if you don't know what that means, it's a big deal. I'm going to get into it. Over the last few years, I have done a handful of robotic lawnmower reviews, and let me just tell you, these are some of my favorite things to review. I absolutely love them. They do a great job, they make my yard look fantastic, and they save me a ton of time. And the technology has definitely gotten better over the years. But this is the first one I've ever tested that doesn't have an RTK station, and that actually is a really big deal. Because a lot of the units that I test rely on this thing called RTK, and basically you have to set up an antenna in your yard in order to use it, which means if you have a lot of trees or you don't have a great path to the sky, that lawnmower will not work for you. This one, and I see it back there now, doesn't have that issue. It's basically you take it out of the box, you find a place to plug it in, and you get it going. Now, RTK is great because it's super precise, but this thing has its own GPS and LiDAR and visual sensors, and it's doing a pretty fantastic job. Now, RTK, not only do you have to have a place to put it up, and you can see my old unit, and there's an RTK station back there for it. If that thing gets bumped, we have a really heavy storm, or even if I lose power, I have to reset my map. So it's kind of a pain, not a huge deal, but this thing, I don't have to worry about it. So if you ask me, that is the biggest selling point of this robot. Now, is perfect? No, but just the fact that it doesn't have RTK is kind of a big deal and kind of puts it in its own category. Now, there are a couple of things you need to keep in mind if you get any lawnmower, whether it's this one or something else, is you're still going to need to trim. And for whatever reason, they do a terrible job around the actual base. They also will get stuck from time to time, so you're going to have to go out there and pick them up, especially if you have some borders or things in your yard. And I don't find that the blades last quite as long. I probably change them out twice a summer. But I love my electric lawnmower, and once you have one, it's hard to go back to mowing everything by yourself. They are still such a game changer in terms of time and energy that I have to put into caring for my yard. And like I said, it actually looks better now. Now, setting this thing up is actually pretty simple. You take it out of the box. Like I said, you find a good place for your base where you can plug it in. You can even plug it in your garage and then have it drive out if you want. I'm not. It's in my yard. It stays outside. It can handle the rain. You go through some firmware updates, which did take a while. Now, this is a new product. They are continuing to push firmware out there to make it better, and that's a good thing. So while I was annoyed that it took me a while to set up, over an hour, only because of the firmware continuing to update, in the end, it's going to be worth it. Once you have it set up, you put it basically into a remote control mode, you walk the perimeter of your yard, and you're good to go. Then you can set up zones and schedules and tell it when to mow and how high to mow and which direction to mow, all of those things. Fantastic. Now, the way to do this is basically to send it out pretty much every day or every other day. Kind of keeps the grass looking great. You can send it in different directions. That's what I would do. That's what I do. My yard looks fantastic. My neighbors are jealous. Basically looks like a baseball field. So let me tell you a little bit about this thing. There are 5 little blades, and they look like little razor blades. So it gives you basically a cutting diameter of 280 millimeters. That's roughly a foot. It also has obstacle avoidance. So if you're worried about like a dog or maybe a sprinkler head or something like that, there's 3D LiDAR, an AI camera, and then a physical bumper. So there's a lot going on. I tested, I stood in front of this thing. It went right around me. You don't want to babysit this thing. You just want to enjoy your coffee and let it cut the grass for you. Now, is this thing perfect? No, actually, I find the design to be a little bit goofy. It has giant wheels up front and tiny wheels in back, which didn't make it super stable in driving forward. My other mower back there is basically the opposite, with the big wheels in the back and the small wheels in front. It seems to do a better job of not slipping and driving straight, but overall, is that a problem? No, it gets the job done, especially if you're sending that thing out multiple times. Other things to think about, it's quiet, right? It isn't like a typical gas-powered lawnmower. This thing is rated at 62 decibels. I'm pretty sure the traffic across the pond there is louder than this lawnmower. It supports Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You connect it to your phone. It's ready to go. Let's take a look inside the Hokey app. When you're in here, you'll see the setup of your yard, where it is, what it's doing. You can kind of watch it in real time. At the bottom, you have a manual control, so if you want to drive it and cut your lawn like it's an RC car, you can. We have some mow settings. Basically, you can set the mow angle to the charging station. So mine is set exactly at 0, but basically my mow station is at 45 degrees to my yard. So you can see that's the pattern that it cut. And you can change settings based on the mowing areas, right? So I have the back of my house, I have the side of my house, and I have the front of my house on different mow areas. While we're looking at the map here, you see that red spot on it. That is essentially, well, that's actually that tree right there. You know, I set a perimeter of basically a no-go zone. So if you have areas you wanted to avoid, you just put them in on the map. There's actually a lot going on here in the upper right-hand corner. If you tap that, that's where you can manage your maps. It doesn't look like I can do that. So if you want to add later or expand a map or edit a map, you can do that. Inside device settings, there's actually a lot you can do inside of here. So just kind of looking at that, patch mowing, visual obstacle avoidance, edge mowing mode, obstacle avoidance along edge with bumper only, right? So there's lots of things you can add or change or adapt inside of the app here. Device cleaning, once it's done here, I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to hose this thing off, get it fresh and so clean. And then in the lower right there, you can go ahead and schedule, right? That is the key to this. You don't want to have to think about it. Just set it and forget it. So is this thing perfect? No. But remember, it's a new product. I think it's going to continue to get better. It's gotten better since I've had it. And Neomow's told me they're going to continue to push out firmware to make this thing better. So I'm giving them feedback about my experience. And hopefully if you get one of these things, your experience will be even better than mine. Hey, thanks for watching. If you guys got questions, hit me up in the comments. We'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want one of these things, I got a link down below. It's an affiliate link. It helps support this channel. It doesn't cost you a thing. In fact, a lot of times it's a little bit cheaper if you go that route because I'll ask them for coupon codes and discount deals and all that. So check the video description for that stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. Good luck, everybody. Happy mowing.